At 64, Michael J. Fox remains one of the most beloved figures in entertainment, a man whose career has inspired millions and whose life story reflects resilience in the face of adversity. Known for his warmth, humor, and quick wit, he has brought joy to generations through his iconic roles in Family Ties and Back to the Future. Yet behind the charm and laughter lies a more complex story. For decades, Fox has battled Parkinson's disease, an illness that gradually reshaped his life, career, and daily existence. Through it all, his family, wife Tracy, their children, and a supportive network has played a central role, providing stability and love. His life is a testament to the power of adaptability, humor, and courage, showing that even in the face of profound challenges, one can continue to live with purpose, grace, and impact. Early life. Lessons in adaptability. Michael J. Fox's childhood was defined by constant movement and change. Born in Edmonton, Alberta, his father served in the Royal Canadian Corps of Signals, requiring the family to relocate frequently. By his early teens, Michael had lived in 5 different Canadian cities, adjusting to new schools, social circles, and environments at every turn. For most children, such instability could be disorienting or traumatic, but Fox learned to adapt quickly. Observing others, reading situations, and using humor as a social tool became second nature. Jokes helped him break the ice, forming connections where they might not otherwise exist. These early experiences shaped his emotional resilience and ability to navigate uncertainty. Humor and adaptability became core tools in his toolkit for life, long before he stepped onto a stage. They also laid the groundwork for the timing, observation, and charm that would later define his acting career, demonstrating that even challenging circumstances can forge vital, personal strengths. Burnaby and the end of a childhood dream. When the family settled in Burnaby, British Columbia, Michael finally had a chance to imagine stability. Like many Canadian boys, he embraced hockey, dreaming of a professional career on the ice. He played with dedication, finding a sense of purpose and identity in the sport. Yet as he grew older, his physical limitations became evident. Standing at only 5 feet 4 inches, it became clear that a professional hockey future was unlikely. The loss of this dream was painful, challenging not just his ambitions but the version of himself he had imagined. Yet in disappointment came opportunity. Freed from hockey's path, Michael explored music, learning guitar, and eventually acting. Acting offered him a new outlet for his energy, timing, and creativity, skills sharpened by a childhood of constant adaptation. What started as curiosity became a calling, setting him on a path that would ultimately bring global recognition and fulfillment, proving that new dreams can emerge from the ashes of lost ones. The reluctant star. Small roles and big ambitions. Michael's Hollywood journey was not immediate or predictable. He began with small, often unremarkable roles, relying on persistence, confidence, and a keen sense of timing. Early appearances in films like Midnight Madness and Class of 1984 were stepping stones, giving him experience but little fame. His true breakthrough came with Family Ties, a show originally focused on the parents. Michael's portrayal of Alex P. Keaton, a fast-talking, ambitious teenager, quickly became the heart of the series. Executives initially doubted his lunchbox appeal, but audiences immediately connected with his charm. His sharp comedic timing and relatable persona transformed what could have been a supporting role into a breakout performance. The show's success made him a cultural icon and established him as one of television's most recognizable young actors. His rise was not a product of luck alone, but of the resilience, adaptability, and humor he cultivated throughout his life. Back to the Future. Fame and its demands. The leap from television to cinematic stardom came with Back to the Future, a project that would change Michael's life forever. Initially, the role wasn't intended for him, but circumstances gave him the opportunity, and he seized it. Filming was grueling. He worked long nights on the movie while continuing his day job on Family Ties. Sleep was minimal, Meals often skipped or eaten on the go, and the constant demands of both sets tested his endurance. Yet the result was extraordinary. Back to the Future became a worldwide success, solidifying his place in pop culture and turning him into one of the defining faces of the 1980s. This period, however, exacted a toll on his body, marking the beginning of physical challenges that would become more evident later in life. The intense pace of work, combined with the pressures of fame, foreshadowed the resilience he would need to confront the life-altering diagnosis that awaited him in his late 20s. The diagnosis: Parkinson's at 29. At age 29, Michael J. Fox noticed the early symptoms of what would become a lifelong battle with Parkinson's disease. A twitch in his finger, subtle tremors, small signals that he initially dismissed as stress grew more persistent over time. After a thorough medical evaluation, the truth was undeniable. He had Parkinson's, an illness usually associated with older adults. The diagnosis was devastating, threatening both his career and his vision of the future. Sharing the news with his wife, Tracy, was one of the most difficult moments of his life. Together, they confronted the reality, promising to face it as partners. Yet Michael wasn't ready to go public. For 7 years, he continued acting, hiding his condition from colleagues and fans alike. The secrecy took a personal toll, but it also demonstrated his commitment to his craft and his desire to maintain normalcy, highlighting the intersection of courage, fear, and determination in the face of uncertainty. Struggles with denial and turning points. In the years following his diagnosis, Michael wrestled with denial. Alcohol became a temporary refuge, a way to escape the emotional weight of Parkinson's. Yet this coping mechanism came at a cost, straining relationships and distancing him from the people who mattered most. A pivotal moment occurred in 1992 when his wife confronted him gently but firmly. "Is this who you want to be?" Her words pierced through the excuses and deflections, revealing the path he was on, a path that risked not only his health, but his sense of self. The next day, he made a conscious decision to quit drinking and engage in therapy. This turning point marked the beginning of active management, acceptance, and personal growth. Confronting the emotional challenges of illness became as vital as managing the physical symptoms, demonstrating that resilience is as much about mental fortitude as it is about physical endurance. Going public and founding a legacy. By 1998, the burden of secrecy was too heavy. Michael publicly announced his Parkinson's diagnosis, shocking fans and colleagues who had been unaware of his private struggle. The revelation, though difficult, brought relief. He no longer had to conceal his reality. Soon after, he founded the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. This was not a symbolic act, but a deeply personal commitment to advancing treatments and ultimately finding a cure. The foundation rapidly grew into a leading organization in Parkinson's research, uniting scientists, doctors, and patients. Advocacy became a central purpose in Michael's life, providing direction beyond entertainment. His work raised awareness, encouraged funding, and inspired hope. In doing so, he transformed a personal challenge into a broader mission, demonstrating that resilience coupled with purpose can create profound societal impact. Living with Parkinson's. Daily realities. Parkinson's disease affects more than movement. It influences the very structure of daily life. Michael has been candid about how precise medication timing is essential for his ability to function. When medication is effective, he can walk, speak, and interact normally. When it wears off, stiffness, tremors, or freezing can dominate his body. A 1998 surgical procedure reduced some tremors, but the disease progressed over time. Symptoms intensified, tremors grew stronger, voice weakened, and memory challenges became more frequent. Memorizing lines, once effortless, became a demanding task. Despite these obstacles, he continued to act and engage publicly. His openness about the condition has educated millions, emphasizing that the calm demeanor fans see is often the result of immense effort. His life demonstrates that vulnerability, when embraced publicly, can inspire understanding, empathy, and admiration. Retirement return, and redefining success. By 2000, acting had become physically demanding, prompting Michael to retire after completing Spin City. Yet retirement did not mark an end to his creativity or influence. He shifted toward writing, advocacy, and selective acting roles suited to his abilities. He appeared in series like Scrubs, Boston Legal, Rescue Me, and The Good Wife, sometimes portraying characters who reflected his own challenges. In 2013, he starred in The Michael J. Fox Show, a sitcom inspired by his life. Though short-lived, it symbolized honesty, courage, and the ability to reshape one's work around personal circumstances. Michael's approach redefined success, not as fame or output alone, but as meaningful engagement, adaptability, and contribution despite limitations. He showed that purpose and creativity need not be constrained by physical challenges, inspiring others to pursue meaningful work regardless of obstacles. Public challenges and resilience. Michael's visibility has sometimes exposed him to unfair criticism. In 2006, he appeared in a political ad advocating stem cell research, speaking openly about his Parkinson's symptoms. Conservative commentator Rush Limbaugh accused him of exaggerating, claiming he had skipped medication. The allegation was false. Michael had actually taken too much medicine, causing dyskinesia. The incident highlighted the harsh realities of public life. Even honesty and vulnerability can invite judgment. Yet Michael responded calmly, explaining the truth without anger. His resilience lay not in confrontation, but in measured communication, reinforcing that courage is often quiet, consistent, and principled. Through these experiences, he demonstrated that living authentically, even under scrutiny, requires emotional strength and steadfast integrity, qualities that have defined both his career and personal journey. Today, a life of purpose and legacy. Today, Michael J. Fox's life reflects adaptation, courage, and purpose. Parkinson's has transformed his daily reality, but it has not diminished his spirit. His family's increasing presence is a response to growing needs, not slowing ambition, demonstrating the importance of love and support. Public appearances may be less frequent, but his influence remains profound, both through his advocacy and through the inspiration he provides to millions facing challenges. His legacy extends beyond entertainment into philanthropy, research, and social awareness. Michael has proven that a serious illness does not define worth or limit impact. On the contrary, it can highlight the depth of resilience, humor, and courage. His story is a testament to living fully, embracing change, and finding purpose even when life unfolds in unexpected ways.